Hi everyone, it's Sandra here. I'm speaking to you today from the lands of the Turrbal and Yugara people. And reconciliation for me this year, I'm thinking a lot about truth telling and truth listening. I think we need to make space for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to tell us their truths, but most importantly, we need to be listening to those truths. The theme this year is be brave and take action. And those are not soft words. For us to be really brave and to actually take action is going to take some courage. C&K is committed to those words, and we want to see people be brave and take action to make Australia a stronger and more reconciled community for everybody.
There's been good progress made over the years, but for me, reconciliation is the ongoing journey that is going to need courage to continue to fight hard for meaningful change. It's about being brave, to not just rest on our laurels, but to push ourselves to listen and learn more so that we can better understand how each of us can make a difference. Deeper understanding can lead to greater interconnectedness, which can only have a positive flow-on effect for individuals, communities and society. But it's also about taking positive action towards achieving true unity and equality and making lasting change happen.
Reconciliation for me means showing respect for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people as the first peoples of Australia and the oldest living cultures in the world. Reconciliation is also about healing through the acknowledging of past wrongdoings to First Nations peoples, so this can better inform our current and future actions to end discrimination and to create equality in health, education and employment for First Nations peoples.
My name is Jane. I'm the Manager of Advocacy and Communications here at C&K. I was born on Turrbal land, I live on Quandamooka country, and I am now on Turrbal lands. My role in reconciliation, and what it means for me, is to really be an ally and break down bias in my family. And how I do that with my children is I make a very conscious effort to buy a diverse range of books from a diverse range of authors. So I own a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander authored and illustrated children's books about Aboriginal histories, Aboriginal culture, and read them often to my children. This book collection means I can have really proactive conversations with my children about bias, about Australia's true history, and to answer questions that my children have. And I'm going to be bringing in my favourite of these books into the office and sharing them with my colleagues so that they can do the same.
Hi, my name is Nadine McAllister. I'm sitting here on Yugara and Turrbal land in Meanjin, also known as Brisbane. I am the Principal Advisor for Curriculum and Pedigegy. To me, reconciliation is thinking about my responsibility as a coloniser living on stolen land. It is an opportunity to reflect on my responsibility to elevate voices of First Nations people, to listen more deeply, and to constantly question my worldview, standpoint and privilege.
Hello everyone, my name's Jenny Shaw and I'm the Head of Policy Planning and Strategy at C&K. Reconciliation to me is first and foremost about acknowledging the past. It's about giving Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people a voice so that in all decision making, so that any decisions that are made are reflective of their beliefs and their contexts. Whilst we have made progress in closing the gap in Australia, I think we still have considerable work to do in this space. And I think all of this work needs to be guided by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. And I guess ultimately the key fundamental principle in reconciliation for me is respect. It's about listening to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. It's valuing their opinions and working with them to achieve better outcomes for all Australians.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I am the Extended Kindy Advisor and I'm speaking to you today from Yagara and Turrbal land. Reconciliation to me is about being brave, doing things like this, filming, talking about reconciliation to family, friends, my children, having those hard conversations, having those uncomfortable conversations and sitting with being uncomfortable. Reconciliation is about cultural integrity, not just talking the talk but walking the walk. Having a stance, being political and caring about everyone in our community. This Reconciliation Week, my action is to be brave and have a conversation with my children's school, because currently they do not publicly celebrate any of the important First Nations dates in the calendar, and I feel that it's really important that we embed our First Nations perspectives into our children's curriculum every day.
My name is Cassandra Spencer, and I had the pleasure of growing up on Butchulla country in Hervey Bay, but I'm speaking to you today from Turrbal land in Kedron. For me, reconciliation means acknowledging the dispossession that our First Nations people have faced and continue to be faced with. It's about working together to ensure that this does not continue. It's about challenging bias and helping to break down bias mindsets. In my role as Early Childhood Program Support Officer for C&K, reconciliation means I acknowledge that intergenerational trauma exists and that I need to work with deep compassion, dedication and authentic actions always.
Hi, I'm Mel Hall, C&K's Marketing Manager, and reconciliation to me means recognising and respecting our First Nations people and acknowledging the past injustices. For me, it's also about taking an active responsibility to work towards a more equal and respectful future for all Australians, and in particular educating my daughter to continue that journey for generations to come.
Hello, my name is Morgan and I'm from the C&K Marketing team, speaking from Turrbal and Yagara land. To me, reconciliation is a long journey about unity and respect between all Australians. We are forever learning on this journey to reconciliation at C&K, and it's truly inspiring to see so many centres embracing the cultures and histories of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people into our curriculum.
My name is Malika. I work as a recruitment advisor with C&K. For me, reconciliation is a positive two-way relationship built on trust and respect. Reconciliation is working together for a common good. So for this Reconciliation Week, I would like to learn more about Australia's shared history to feel confident about having the brave conversation with my daughter and my friends.
Hi, my name is Corinne Nixon. I work in the HR projects area at C&K Central. What reconciliation means to me, I guess in summary, it means acknowledging and understanding the past and the injustices. It's about how we can work together, all Australians, to make positive changes for the future. It is also about education and openness, respect and building as well as rebuilding relationships. And personally, I guess it's also important for me to help educate my children so that we can move forward to make these changes together.
Reconciliation to me is a personal journey, something that you have to do on your own, but at the same time with others and alongside others. For Reconciliation Week, I'm going to be brave, step out of my comfort zone and seek to extend relationship building with First Nations people in an authentic, genuine, collaborative way.
Reconciliation Week is an opportunity to reflect on how we support our students at the college to consider Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspectives in their everyday work. And in my everyday work, that's about rethinking the preconceived ideas I have so that they actively promote cultures and identities and different connections, and that we work, that I use those ideas to work towards shared ways forward where we can collaborate with people from First Nation backgrounds in Australia.
We are in a unique position as educators, as teachers. Reconciliation sees the role of the teacher as important because education is vital to the process of reconciliation in Australia. We cannot, however, do the work unless we understand. So if I can ask that we all deeply reflect, do we truly understand reconciliation? Some of you may feel like I do, that you need to go back before you can go forward in your understanding. So unlearning, then relearning our truth, our history. It is only when we come together in partnership, understanding and truth that we can shift from safe to brave, to be brave. However, to do the work, we need to understand it ourselves.
Reconciliation is about learning, it's about developing and broadening my understanding. It's about being truthful and connecting and honouring our past and ensuring that our future reflects the truth and encourage everyone to be brave and to start somewhere and have a go.